Mainstream media has avoided calling the Brooklyn subway shooter a black man who committed a hate crime, even though he is a black man who put out numerous videos showing his racism against whites, Asians, and Latinos. In contrast, the biased press can't get enough of those details when a shooter is white. Here's just one example of the New York shooter's left-wing hate. He posted this quote, among others: "Oh, black Jesus, please kill the whiteys." Whew. Joining me now, host of Diamond and Silk Crystal Clear, which you can catch weekends right here on Newsmax. And they're also the co-authors of Uprising, Who the Hell Said You Can't Ditch and Switch. The lovely ladies themselves, Diamond and Silk. Always wonderful to see you both. The media is willing to sacrifice facts for narrative. The New York subway shooter was black and a racist and a Black Lives Matter devotee. And left-wing press people decided they would lie by omission about the dangerous rhetoric coming from this guy that sounded an awful lot, to me anyway, sounded a lot like BLM and some Democrat politicians. Am I wrong?
Oh, no, you're right. You're absolutely right about that. So since the left always go out the white people and deem them white supremacists, what does this make this black man? Is he a black supremacist is what we need to be asking. And call a thing. Don't lie about it. If it was a black man that did it, it was a black man that did it. That's right. And in my humble opinion, this looked like domestic terrorism to me, because you're terrorizing the public because you don't like their ideology, you don't like the color of their skin, and that's wrong. And so I think that the media should start telling the public the truth and stop sugarcoating it, tap dancing around it, or lying about it.
That's right.
And they never will. That's why Newsmax exists and other, at least people who will give you all the information out there, ladies, despite narratives. New York City Mayor Eric Adams, to his credit, is slamming Black Lives Matter for not condemning the shootings across the city that left more than 12 people hurt, 3 dead. Mayor claims that Black Lives Matter should also condemn gun violence as much as they protest police brutality. But as we all know, BLM is all about violence, looting, arson, etc. We've been experiencing it for the last 2 years of riots, right?
Well, absolutely.
Right.
And kudos to Eric Adams. But it's a day late and a dollar short. What was he at in 2020 when they were destroying our country, destroying and burning down communities? Nowhere to be found. And it's up to Eric Adams to fix that problem that's happening in New York. When you all talk about defunding the police, when you talk about this bail reform thing that give criminals a slap on the wrist, that's why criminals are having a field day in New York. So he's going to have to fix that problem. He's going to have to pay officers and put them back on the streets to make sure that they're protecting and serving that state.
That's right. That's one thing about the Democrats. A lot of these Democrat leaders, they love to place blame on others. But he is a black man. He should be doing something about the black community right there.
Disney, in the meantime, guys, is trying to over-sexualize our children with new content pushing the LGBTQ ABCDEFG agenda. Parents are marching and protesting in Disneyland, speaking out against this woke agenda. But I've got to imagine Disney executives must be grinning from ear to ear because they're getting all of this free publicity. Don't you think it would be better if people just stopped buying all of their garbage from Disney, and basically stop going to their theme parks, in essence, defund Disney?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Defund Disney. Absolutely. When somebody is trying to pump an ideology in our children that was deemed to be a child abuse back in the day, and it was criminal behavior, we, the parents, can't let that happen. Now, they can stand out there with their signs and protest, but really, what is that going to do? You got to hit them where it hurts. You got to hit them in the pockets. Stop going to their theme parks. Stop looking at their movies. Stop all of this stuff where you have to rent this and rent that have something to do with Disney. Just stop it all. And I think that will end all of the foolishness that Disney is trying to throw down the throats of parents. That will end all of the foolishness that Disney is trying to throw down the throats of parents.
That's right. The actions must be louder than the words.
Yeah, and real quick, in New Jersey, a good way to manage their teenage years. They ought to be pleasuring themselves. They might be taught a few times per day as a good way to relieve stress. My question is Is this what government education is set up to do? Who told GovEd that was their job to tell that kind of garbage to our kids? And why are Republicans and Democrats allowing our money to be used to do this to our kids?
Well, you know, first of all, this is child abuse. And what needs to happen, if you have a child in school and that child come home and tell you that his teacher showed them how to sexually pleasure themselves, you need to pick up the phone and call 911 and have all kinds of police officers out there to arrest some people because that's child abuse. You don't do that when it comes to children. I don't know why the Republicans are quiet on this, why the Democrats, they may not want to be called racist. You can call me whatever you want to call me. But when it comes to our young people, you keep your hands off of them. Raise your own children. If you want to teach your child like that, you do that with your child. But you don't do that with other people's children. The parents is going to have to stand up and put a stop to this. If it was me, I would take my child out of the public school system.
Amen. Ladies, what do you got coming up this weekend on Diamond and Silk Crystal Clear?
Oh, we talk about the mass shooting that happened in New York. We talk about Black Lives Matter and they so-called quote unquote transparency. And you do know we do have an itch of the week. So please make sure you join us Saturday, Diamond and Silk Crystal Clear, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Coming up on the end of Holy Week, coming up on Easter. So from me to you, all of God's blessings and mwah.
God bless.